Gozaimasu. It is a fabulous one in another video. I have to say this video will probably be one of the darkest videos I'll make on this channel public. So, judging by the title, if this isn't your cup of tea, you might want to hit the X. If you hear something loud, the motherfuckers next door is running a loud ass generator. I had already called the police on them last week about it. Somebody said, bear with me, I got 3 kids. I mean, in the words of Michael Jordan, fuck them kids. I'm trying to sleep. And that damn thing, even though the baby daddy moved it, it's still fucking loud. Like, I can't wait till I get the fuck from down here. So anyway, without further ado, let's get into it. Oh, you guys still boycotting? I'm not. Just boycotting the places that don't hire me. That's what I'm boycotting. So anyway, yeah. I was watching Rotten Mango's videos about that David dude, D4VD, and in conjunction with everything that's going on with Carmelo Voorhees. Anthony Myers, Anthony, yeah, Anthony. And what happened to the young man in was it South Carolina who got unalive by that child dude? And I noticed something, and I know other people not gonna agree with what I'm about to say, but I think it's something black men like to say, but I'm not taking their word for anything or giving them credit for anything, because they're part of the problem too. It's these damn black Ursulas, which is the elderly black woman, and the black Liliths, which is the regular everyday black woman from young to, like, I would say from teenager to adulthood. That's what I call the black Liliths. These black moms and shit, these black grandmothers, they are the problem. They are a problem. Excuse me. I don't have my editor, so I can't edit that out. Yeah, they are a problem. A big problem. They always have been a problem. And it's about time somebody outside of black men will discuss it. So I was watching the interview, press conference from that young man who was on the live by the Asian guy, and I was like, tisk, typical big mouth, loud mouth, light skinned bitch. Not surprising at all. These are the type of women, even the men want to overcompensate for the fact that darker skinned black people don't see them as black and call them white. So of course they got to be the loudest, most audacious and angriest and aggressive. I mean, I've dealt with that when I was working at my jobs and shit, and how aggressive these light skinned women are. I was like, you don't scare me, bitch. Get the fuck out of my face. They be the main ones that will go to management on me and shit, just like a Karen, because they want to be aggressive like a black woman, but they want to act innocent like a white woman, and I just can't stand them bitches. No offense to you, Creole Bella, and I know I got a light skinned mom, but I'm just saying they some fucking I can't even describe it, some dumbass bitches. I just say that. So anyway, these mothers are a fucking problem. These grandmothers are a fucking problem. They sit up there, they enable these guys. They know something wrong with them. They see something wrong with them. They'll see him chopping up a fucking body and be like, hey, what you doing here? Nothing, Mom. I'm just, playing a video game. Oh, covered in blood. Splattered in blood all over the wall. Splatter all over the wall. Oh, he's just playing these video games. They'll see how fucked up their sons are, but they always watching their daughters and hey, what the fuck you doing? You being a whore and all that. It's just, there's something wrong with these people. It's just something wrong with their children. That's why sometimes when their children come around, I'm like, eee! And then they get offended when you don't want to talk to them or you don't want to interact with their kids. I'm like, of course not. Shit, your kids are bad as hell. They're disrespectful. They sure as disrespectful as teenagers. I can't stand them. Like the white ones too. I like, eee! The only time I interacted with little bitty white kids is when they like toddlers or something like that, innocent little kids. But when they like 10, 12 and up, no. Go, get out my face. No. Because they might say something racist. I would know because I went to school with them. But, yeah, y'all are a fucking problem. Y'all really are a problem. And it's so sick and crazy how these goofy ass. I don't know. I might have to get me another mouse one day. These old sick ass nerds, and I've talked about them on my Patreon. These black nerds, they are crazy. I used to be kind of in those circles, not really, but I tend to attract those black nerds, and they always try to gravitate toward me while I'm working certain places, and I'm like, I always find out that they're no different than the hood black people, because they try to separate themselves, just like the suburban, and they all in the same. They try to separate themselves from the hood black people and think they more superior. At least the hood people, you see them for who they are. You know something wrong with them. A lot of them have undiagnosed mental illnesses and all this shit. Narcissism and all that, which is what all of y'all have. That's y'all number one mental personality disorder, is that narcissism that y'all have. Y'all very, very narcissist. And that they try to separate themselves from them, talking about, oh, we're not like that, but they are no different. Sometimes they even worse than the black people in the hood. I mean, much worse, because they know how to code switch. They'll put on a Konnichiwa, the weird motherfuckers that's into Japan and me and all that, love Japan and all that shit. Like to pretend they're Japanese and stuff. Like that weirdo David dude, he had a Japanese alter ego called Itami, which means pain in Japanese. I'm like, And I bet his mom saw all that shit going on with him, and he was like, he's alright, that's just him being him. And then come to find out this is what he did. And I'm like, yeah, there were signs. The music, the shit he was saying, his when he would do his live stream, he'd be like, no, something ain't right with this damn dude. Oh, he's okay, he's alright, ain't nothing wrong with it. And yeah, they try to separate themselves from the hood, but they act just like hood people, especially when they get mad. I've seen them switch into that inner demon that's in a lot of them motherfuckers. They try to suppress it and hide it behind a smile and try to be all feminine. The women, I can just see right through that shit. Like I said, in the Manise over here, I can see right through you. Because in general, y'all not nice people. So when y'all are trying to be nice, it just comes out contrived and fake and phony. Like you trying to get something, and it's more likely, you're very manipulative too. That's another thing about them. They're very, very manipulative. And oftentimes when I don't fall for the shit, that's when they start calling me names, calling me old, and start talking about my appearance. And I'm like, talking about I ain't got no kid. Yep, and all that. And you sorry motherfuckers are still miserable and probably gonna end up getting killed by your children or your husbands or whatever, baby daddy. Or the police. That's what you need to start worrying about, and not worrying about my body and what I'm doing with it in my life. You need to focus on your own problems. So, yeah, these children, and I've said this before, the black community is full of serial killers and perverts. Because I think some of them at one point have unalived somebody, the children too, have molested somebody, assaulted somebody, raped somebody, beat somebody up. Most of them have that in their background. And a lot of people don't know that, because they able to transform and mutate into something, a different person, in that way. The only people who know who they really are is their family. And their family tend to hide a lot of their skeletons until they piss them off, of course. Remember when you did this? Remember when you did that? So, another instance of a killer child was a family member who's now deceased, been deceased for the past couple of years now. Back in 92, this child unalived her younger sister's father because he was in a heated argument with their mother. I don't think that warranted him getting stabbed to death, but she could have just said, babe, it's about my mom, but no. It's just, that side of that family is just evil. And so, after that happened, that's when the mother just took the rap for the child. And I didn't know this, because all these years I'm thinking, she did it. The child did it. The fuck? I was around 8, 9 years old around that time. when that happened. I still am traumatized from that happening because I saw the blood and it was like, it was awful. Because, I'm 40 years old and they're still fucking with me. And so, hard-headed as a little girl I was. But even more hard-headed is the fact that my mom, and have you noticed something with these black couples? The women make the decisions. The men actually act like they don't have no say in nothing. The women make all the fucking decisions. They usually the breadwinners, but in this case, my mom wasn't a breadwinner. She was a stay-at-home married wife. So she thought it was a good idea to bring the mother and her children into our home around me, 8-9-year-old little girl. And the child that did that act was about 2 or 3 years older. She was 3 years older than me, bigger than me. I think she was about 200 pounds. I was about 80, 90 pounds at that time. And this person abused me. I'm not going into the details. It's none of anybody's business. She was abusive and verbally abusive towards me. She was abusive toward her siblings. And I don't understand my parents thought it was a good idea. It was my mom. It was my mom the whole time. I knew it was my dad. I guess he felt like he didn't have a same place. He was sick at the time too. Didn't stop him from being abusive too, but he had surgery, and by the time he got them out of the house, it was too late. The shit I went through, and then that shit was buried in my mind for years until a few years later. That's when they popped up the shit that was said to me, the shit that was done to me, and I'm like, oh God, I'm still fighting with this shit even now at 40. I'm still not over this shit, and and this person been dead for 2-3 years now, and I will never forgive them for what happened, even though she was going on an apology tour, apologizing to all the people she hurt and all that stuff. Left one person out, and that was me, and I probably was never gonna forgive her because I'm still suffering from it. And she died like exactly 30 years later, and her death was brutal. It was a heart, and I think that's how she unalived I can't say who he was, her mom's baby father. I think she stabbed him in the heart, and I think that's how she died, her heart. And according to the woman she was with at the time, it was gruesome. Yeah, it was gruesome 30 damn years ago when I saw that. What were you thinking? And she held on to this for 30 years. Had her mom thinking she did this. I mean, she was responsible. Yes, she was responsible. But your child did this. Instead of getting them help, thought it would move in with us and terrorized us. She held that in for 30 years. Imagine how many other black children in these, not just in the hood, but in the suburbs too. David wasn't from no motherfucking hood. He was from the suburbs. How many of them have held these type of memories and acts they've done in their childhood, and then they're grown and trying to act like they're somebody else now? And granted, depending on your religion, it's not up to one person to judge, but if the other person was affected at that time after what happened, then I have every right to judge. And I talked, even this same family unalived somebody else, and they're walking the streets. 2 of them still locked up in prison, but the rest out on the fucking streets. And I tell my mom, I don't want nothing to do with these people. Keep them away from me. I speak to the mother, and I walk the fuck out. I get away from her. I don't want to talk to her. I don't want nothing to do with her. Something is wrong with you. You are sick in the fucking head. And I'm surprised the devil hasn't gotten your ass too for what happened a long time ago and what's going on a couple of years ago with that guy. Because I remember when I went to a certain area and I was on my way home, where the guy got unalived by them, and I went like that, crying, because I felt his pain, like his fear. I was like, why the fuck did they do this? They didn't learn 30 fucking years ago. These people are monsters. And I'm telling you, y'all gotta watch them motherfuckers. And I know every community got their own monsters. I'm talking about black people. Y'all need help. Stop looking down on mental health and go get some fucking help. That self-hate that's going on with y'all, it's gonna kill you or it's gonna kill somebody else. You got to go get help. Being on social media talking crap, harassing and threatening people, harassing people on your jobs, harassing people on their jobs, it's not gonna help you. What's gonna happen is you're gonna keep having situations like this where your punk ass sons are bringing weapons to, track meets and stabbing Jason Voorhees, Michael Myers style people in the chest because he's too much of a punk to want to fight any damn body. But he don't have no problem jumping on a woman. No, they'll square up on a damn woman, but they don't want to fight a man, another man. That's crazy. But these are the sons you're raising, the grandsons you're raising, and the person I was just talking about, the family, that was a female. Y'all not good parents. I'm sorry, and I'm not sorry, because a lot of y'all, instead of having children, instead of having ex, y'all need to go sit on somebody's couch and talk to somebody, because it's affecting everybody. I just saw a video of a black dude getting jumped by a couple of Asian dudes, and the black dudes was like, ooh, with their phone, ooh, didn't even help him. Choose your battles wisely. Now, I'm boycotting a few businesses down here, but that ain't got nothing to do with what happened to that young man. You know, hey, they told y'all 30-something years ago after what happened to Latasha Harlan, stop going to these people's businesses, and you guys are still going to their businesses ever since that happened. Sorry, my lips chapped. I'm boycotting them business because of employment. Stop going up in these people's stores, man. If you got a car and a ride in general, go to a regular store like Walmart or Target, somewhere like that. You don't have to patronize these people. Go to Dollar Tree. If you feel like these people discriminate against you, stop going to their places. I've seen people complain about the jobs I've worked at, and you know how they were getting treated. They show up the next damn day. Like, what kind of Stockholm syndrome shit is this? And you need to watch your damn children, because they ain't as innocent as you think they are. Because I think about what happened with Jeffrey Dahmer, and I made a review about that. I bet his parents probably knew something was off about him and didn't think nothing about it. Let's send him off to the military. Let's put him with his grandma, and he was doing all this shit. Even in the damn military. I'm like, they knew something was wrong with that boy. I, without a shadow of doubt, think they knew what happened, what was going on with him up here. It's demons, like I told the Creole. It's demons walking this earth, and they are around us. They are around us. You just gotta keep your guard state, keep your protection on, and watch your back. And as for these little black children, I'm like, because I thought some of the children from the younger daughter, her children, they teenagers now. You don't even want to know what they're doing right now. One of them locked up in prison, unaliving somebody. Now, as for the rest of them, the girls are doing, you don't want to know. And I never thought they'd grow up and become something like that. I knew they were demon seeds, of course, just like the rest of them, but I never would have thought this was what they would turn out to be. I would think they would finish high school, go to college, and make something out of themselves. But they still doing the same crap their grandmother was doing. My mom, their great grandmother, my mom, grandmother, the family member, the mother. I'm like, it's a generational curse. They have to break out of it if they want to. I did what I could, try to talk to them and stuff, but it fell on deaf ears. All I gotta do is worry about me and mine. That 12-year-old, that's all I gotta worry about. Well, Shadow that she's gonna probably get an Asian guy, so I ain't got nothing to worry about. You black women are the problem. Y'all are the problem. Y'all are the problem. If your child did something like that, you need to go get them some help. They need to be locked away somewhere. They don't need to be out on the streets. Even if they try to reform themselves, that's not up to them to really do it. They need to be checked out before they can be cleared to be amongst the public society. If not, they need to not be around anybody. It's sad. Like, I don't know what else to say other than yeah. It's so fucked up now. You just never know who you talking to, what kind of skeletons they got. Later on in life, the devil gonna come back and get them. Not come back and get them, but come and get them. Because I'm writing I need to start on my book called not my book, but my research on Dante and things like that. I have to, because I'm writing my own separate book that's gonna have something similar story to it, just as terrifying, if not more terrifying. And yeah, people want to blame anime, they want to blame video games and stuff, but I think those type of entertainment just brings out who they really are. So it was something that was already there, and just needed something to trigger it. Because if it wasn't gonna be the anime, it was just them getting pissed off at somebody and off of them just like that, just like what happened with that family member did. It's not always gonna be the anime, entertainment, and all that. Sometimes it's just something that's gonna tick them off, and they just gonna do it, just like what they're doing now, unaliving each other every damn day. Y'all need help. Y'all need help. Get off of social media. You won't have to worry about somebody. We're the most bullied people on social media. Get off of it. Make your page private. Turn off the notifications. You don't have to clap back at every damn body. Knows I don't get bullied on social media, and even if somebody does say something to me, it ain't gonna be nobody but a black woman. Of course. They can't help themselves. They're chronically online, so of course they got time to want to talk crap and try to police some damn body. I don't think so. You got the wrong Native American woman. Shit. You better go try and raise your sons, or go look after somebody else's sons instead of worrying about what I'm doing. It ain't of no concern of yours. My platform. You don't have to be here. Okay? Well, I keep looking at Megan, me Thregan, or whatever you want to call it. It's, yeah. Yeah. Thank you guys for taking the time to watch this video. Hope you guys heed my warning and watch these motherfucking crazy ass people out here, man. That's all I can tell you. If you enjoy the content, feel free to comment, subscribe. Feel free to donate, and I really appreciate it's going towards me getting the hell out of here, of course. And I'm done. I need to put my glasses back on because my eyes are starting to hurt, and I'm getting a little bit of a headache. And yeah, that's it. Johnny. Until next time.